Welcome one and all back to March to Orbit. And yeah, if you didn't see the last episode, firstly, shame on you. Secondly, you will have missed, I think this might be the flukiest fluke ever. So to recap, we launched our craft. We had our second stage engine firing from launch because of a staging issue. Primarily, I forgot to do anything about it. And I thought, okay, we won't make it into orbit. We won't have enough delta V because it's just not very efficient doing that. However, we were short on orbit, so I thought I would test. Now, we had launched into the inclination of the moon, but actually being on the correct flight path when you're like a direct transfer from launch to moon is almost unheard of. Like in KSP, you can actually calculate it, but it's not something you do, and I had not done it. However, I decided to test the engine, get some running time in the different engines, and check the RCS and the orientation control and things like that. And so we did that. We orientated it in a prograde orientation. We put it spinning. We fired its engine. And then I zoomed out to the map screen and realized that potentially we could get an interaction with the moon. Now, here comes the bite. I didn't think we'd have the delta V. As it was, we actually had, 200 meters per second too much. So I've actually stopped this engine burning, but I think if I'd have left it a second longer, I think we would have probably had an impactor. So you can see we're now in the sphere of influence of the moon, and it's possibly the flukiest I've ever done. I think I know getting into the sphere of influence of the moon is actually reasonably easy. No, it's not easy. That's the wrong word to use. It's easier than you imagine to get to the sphere of influence. It's once you get there doing stuff that's a little bit harder, but yeah, that's a shock. So anyway, let's have a look at, do we have battery? We've got 24 hours of battery left. If I turn these off, how much do I have? We have day. So these aren't really taking much. Okay. So we've got an extra day worth of battery. That's not bad, actually. How long is it going to be until we hit something? It does not tell me. Where's my time? 8 hours. Okay. So we're going to make contact with, technically, if we were going to hit the moon, we'd be making contact with the moon at any time. Contract complete? What's those? These are the, altitude records. We've managed to get all the altitude and speed records, which is one of the reasons I actually kept it going, because I thought we could grab the speed records and altitude records. But yeah, that's interesting. Good. So we're now going to grab all of this science. We can transmit that back. And then this thing, I don't know where it's going to end up, actually. Is it going... Because the bonus would be, does it go into planet? No, it doesn't. Okay. So if we'd have gone the other side, yeah, I think if we'd gone the other side, we'd possibly been kicked into interplanetary. I'm not sure. That would have been an interesting one. So this is very much like I think it was the Americans' first attempt and possibly the Russians' first attempt. They basically flew by the moon and they actually ended up in I think the Russians ended up in interplanetary space. I can't remember. So this thing's there. We can turn those off now. And yeah, we've got 12 science from it. So what we will do is we will turn off all these issues that it has. And yeah, let's go back to the Space Center. Right, so we're back at the Space Center, and I'm now wondering, and this is probably not a healthy thing to wonder. I think we've got these two. We can go for an attempt with these two. We're just going to try and impact. But I'm wondering if we can be quite clever with what we're doing. I'm wondering if we can redesign it. And it's something I've done before, which is using basically RCS to do this task. So what I've done in the past is you put RCS on the reverse stage and tie it to something. You don't use it because you're not allowed to use RCS for forward backwards anymore. But you can attach it to your throttle, and then you can just activate the throttle. So there's a temptation to put some RCS on there to refine this flight a little bit. And I wonder if potentially we could put it into orbit around the moon. That would be an option. But I think we need to go with those first two just to do the flybys. Alternatively, we use something like these. We could use a couple of spin motors, like facing the other way, potentially, and see what they do. So let's just do this. And a bit of that. There we go. And I want two of them. I think I want two. two of them facing the other way, right? Like so. What does they do? What is their delta V impact on this situation? So if we put them there, their delta V impact is minute. But what about there? 47. That's not a lot. That's really not a lot, and it's taken a lot out of us. Has it? Yeah, it's taken 200 out. Yeah, we don't really have the thrust to do that. That's a little cheaty cheat. Although I'm sure I've done it before. I'm sure you used to be able to break into orbit using that. And I wonder if we've got any solids we could use or anything like you know, the old Tiny Tim. You could stick a Tiny Tim on the top of there, and that is potentially going to capture you. I mean, that potentially would capture. However, it kills everything else because it's got very poor, poor ISP. I think we need to have a think about that. Let's go and see what we can spend our newfound science on, and then we're going to launch another one of these. Don't it? Right, science. We have science. Ooh. Oh, is that because I've accepted those? It's not because I've completed them, I don't think. Right, we have an interesting. Let's recover that. It's from the science lab. Right, we've got 30 science or so. We could. We're getting closer to being able to do that, aren't we? Actually, can we? We're about 3 science off. And being able to send something to Mars would be cool. I don't think we actually have the tech and stuff to do it. What does this give me? This gives me little thrusters. But I don't get decent... I don't think I get decent propellants until like here. No, here. No, I don't even get them until docking, I think. When do I get new propellants? Where do you get new propellants at? Where is they? Where are the RCS ones? Have they moved? Are they now in here? Where's the search? It would be MON Mon. Let's have a look. There's Mon there. Oh, what's that? See, that uses it. Okay. Where else is it? Here and spit prototypes? No. Caviar? No. Caveat? Nope. MMH. Where's MMH listed? Where is it? I thought there was a... Where are they? They must have moved. They must have moved to somewhere else. You know what? Let's jump. I need to know the answer to this. We're going to have a look in here and have a look. Right, so what I'm looking for is... I want to know where the different fuels come in. So where do you come in? Early docking, early docking, early docking, early docking, early docking. But you weren't showing up as a setting. Right, okay. So let's go and look at early docking again. Don't save that. Right, back to the research. Early docking. Where are you? I'm sure we looked in you. You're early docking. It's not listing them. That's really interesting because it used to, and this may be a change people have done on purpose, it used to either list it there or list it here, but it's not. Hold on a second. Was it early docking procedures or was it just early docking? I wonder if there's an error in it. Anyway, something for, please check it out. Check it, load it up, have a look. Am I being silly? Have they changed the way it's done? Is it in a log somewhere that they've actually changed? They no longer show it? Because it used to be that you had to basically do it a bit like this. You had to basically pay for an upgrade, but it was in the shape of an RCS port. That's Apollo, but yeah, that's interesting. Second generation capsules? Odd, very odd. Right, so that's a long way down. So we're not going to be going for that. So let's try and get this hitting the moon first of all, and then we'll move on. So let's go launch something. Let's get something launched. Let's go. Yeah, get you to that. Oh, what's this? Measured temperature, moon space high. I thought I turned them off. I'm pretty sure I turned them off. Have they just come through? We've got loads of science now. We'll put that in the VAB. Do that there. Right. Let's roll that out and let's go and launch this thing. Yeah, let's see how it goes. We'll try and do that again. Oh, come on, hurry up. Whoppy whoppy. There we go. Oh, we've improved our signal transmission. How exciting. Right. Let's go. Right, so here we are yet again. Let's close that down. We want to get up our rendezvous planner again, and we want to come with it. It seems very familiar. This whole process seems very familiar, doesn't it? Oddly enough, where's that craft gone? Where is that craft? Has it had a second encounter with the moon that's kicked it somewhere? I mean, it can't have, surely. It's been 200 days. It could be anywhere, actually. I don't see it. I don't see anything stupid. I didn't turn it to be not viewable, so that's one thing. That's odd. Maybe it's had an encounter with the moon and it's actually sent it back into the planet. It might have done that. I don't think that's often going to happen, but it's possible. It's possible. Right. We've got 6 minutes. I'd really like to get this thing going reasonably quickly. Oh, we're either on the wrong side. You know what? I think we may manage to get to orbit, but I think we're going to be doing the burn for the moon in the next episode. I think we'll see. We'll see. We'll try and go fast. Let's go faster, all the way around, please. All the way around, and slow down a bit. Right, and now we go a bit faster again. I should really use the keys. Use the keys. It's much better. Do that. When we get down to there. Ooh, I don't know. Down to 5, 4. Jump back to here. It's going to be a night launch. Ooh, it's a night launch, not like the last one. So we're probably not going to hit the moon this time. Although saying that, you never know. We last time was special. I still can't believe that. I was not expecting us to be able to get that close that quickly. Now, let's have a look. What do we do with the staging here? Aha, that's the problem. You are there and you shouldn't be. And then you are there and you shouldn't be. And then we've got that. Okay, that's the big issue, right? So all that happened was because we took the bottom section off, it basically went in the wrong place. Right. I don't want to recover the vessel. I want to launch this vessel. Like, let's have a look. So this looks more like it. You got a 6 minute burn. That explains everything about the last time. I wondered why it was a 4 minute burn, and Right, this is where the engine breaks, obviously. So we fire that. There we go, and off we go. Right. Then now we are going for it. This is the one. This is the one. This is the one we're going to do. We're going to hit it with this one. I don't think we have to worry. We'll focus when we actually get up. Well, hopefully we'll get up there. Well, actually, we'll be in our mind. We'll actually be going for the moon this time. Last time we actually fired the engines on that transfer stage, lunar transfer stage, doing a translunar injection, and we didn't actually expect to be anywhere near the moon. So I wasn't even looking at it. If I had been, it might have been a bit different. We might have actually. I felt bad actually about doing it. I think that's possibly why. What I would normally have done is done for a focus view on the moon, and then actually watched for that flying in and tried to stop it on an intercept. I am concerned that this engine that we're using for the RB is probably too powerful. Its thrust away is probably too much, and because of that, we are probably not going to be accurate enough to hit the moon. I'm hoping we can at least get a flyby, though. I'd like to get something out of this. My concern would be that we actually just lose everything. We may need to put some RCS on this craft, is what I'm actually thinking. But we will see. We will see what is required. I do believe you used to be able to do forward and reverse RCS on a science core when it was at a certain level. I don't know what level that starts now, or whether it's completely banned. I'm not sure it's completely banned, but we'll see. Now, last time we were not high enough when we actually took over with this stage, and that is another concern I have again, because I've got 30 seconds and I'm still very low down in the atmosphere. So that is a concern. I could really do with getting higher. It might be to do with mass, though. It might be to do with our weight being the tank was half empty. I don't know. It just I'd like to get higher up. We'll see. Okay. Let's go horizontal now. Yeah, we're not very high at all. I think this stage is going to have aerodynamic problems, and that's going to be a recurring theme. I should have really tested it. Yeah, get rid of that. Yeah, it's doing it again. It's doing it again. Come on. Come on. Just I want you to just sort yourself out a bit, please. Just No, come on, turn around, turn around. Now we're going downwards, which is not what I want. This isn't as bad as last time, I suppose. It is not as bad as last time. It's just going to take its time coming round, and we're going to lose altitude as we do it. Okay, I suppose at least we're getting forward thrust. The problem we're getting is we're actually getting close to the apoapsis. I want to pitch around to about 14 now. I'm going to have to counter that. So I think we need to stretch that first stage, and I think we need to put some side boosters on. Whether we put like R7 style side boosters on, I don't know. That's going to be the debate. Yeah, it's going to be a big debate actually, as to whether that's the way I want to go with it. As you can see, we are not going to do very well here. I think this may actually fail to get to orbit. That's where I am at the moment. We've got 1 minute and 30 seconds left on the clock, and this burn is probably going to die. I would probably just get this in. If I do it at 4 times speed, we should just about get it in. So we'll see how it goes. We're going up there, okay. The problem is we are now actually coming down. That is the big problem. Our thrust to weight is not big enough to counter it. So like I can put 45 degree on this with the hope that it will actually counter, but it won't. Our thrust to weight is just not good enough right now to stop us from falling back into the atmosphere. Oh, maybe. No, we're going up. Okay. So let's put it at 34. We've got a bit of. This is going to be potentially a very low orbit. This is going to be. Yeah, it's going to be like a 160, if that. If we make it. We'll slow down. If we make it, I don't know if we're going to. No, I don't think we are going to make it. I think this is going to be another fail. So note to self, I think this craft actually might be a fail craft, which will mean having to replan the whole thing. Interesting. Yeah, I think we may want to go for just a bigger launch vehicle. It may just be better to do that. Yeah, we're going to miss it. We are going to miss it. Right. Well, I suppose we're not missing anything, so let's turn the RCS on, fire that, and I don't know, get a bit of spin on. We did it last time. It would be funny if we did it again. I don't think we do. I don't think the moon's anywhere near for this one. Oh, we had an engine failure. Oh, wonderful. That's brilliant. Let's just check it was an engine ignition failure. Failure to ignite. Okay, so it would have been a fail anyway. So what have we learned from that? I need to redesign this and give it a bit more push on the first stage. So as the end of the episode comes up from me, until next time, have a great one.